Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to teamfortress.tv. We are here tonight to bring you ESEA invite action. It is TF2, we have Street Hoops, Esports, and we have Wood Pig. I want to thank you for joining us for this cast here tonight. We are pumped up. We had a very busy weekend with an international LAN happening over in Coventry, England. But no rest. We are getting there in the ESEA season now. This one should be a barn burner. My name's Ghetto Ale. Joining me tonight on the cast is a gentleman who knows his way around Invite and ESEA, to say the least. His name is Foster. Are you pumped up? How you feel tonight, Bo? Bo? Called you Bo there for a second.
It's all right, man. We're getting to know each other. We'll be able to be on Bo name basis very soon.
Don't mind if I call you Bo, do you?
You know what? It's not my name, but I really don't care. It's up to you, man.
Right.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this good game right here. We've got 20B and Wood Pig. Should be pretty fun. I'm pumped. I haven't been too active in the TF2 community as of late. Maybe a little bit on the forums, but looking forward to doing some casting. So.
Yeah, excited to have you here, and it'll be good to get some of your analysis. We've got number 4 and number 6 teams. Street Hoops number 4, Wood Pig number 6. Both with 4 wins. Street Hoops for 4 and 3, Wood Pig 4 and 4. Probably not where these teams want to be. Street Hoops, a team that had a chance, anyway, to go to that I-52 LAN, and Wood Pig, one of the newer teams in Invite. You know pretty much most of these guys. What are your thoughts on this matchup straight out of the gate? How are you thinking this will go down? And what will you be looking for, Foster?
Well, I know Wood Pig was looking pretty strong at the beginning of the season. They were looking to be a strong contender for possibly the 4th spot in LAN or whatever for that. But lately, from what I've read and saw, it hasn't been super hot for them. So I'm probably going to give the edge a little bit to 20B here. I know Deadbolt has made like a super incredible miracle transition to Demo Man, which is I never saw coming. I remember playing against him as Scout in UGC Highlander back in the day with good old Ginyu Force, and yeah, just seeing him being this competent on Demo is just kind of surprising. So stuff like that's really cool.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk at the start of the season. People were saying, how can, basically 2 things. How can you fill the shoes of Dwatna, who left, the former Demo, with this guy who's not really proven on Demo? And B, how can you split him up from his twin brother on the team? Because we all know Paragon and Deadbolt, they are in fact twin brothers. They lack kind of the lacking that Scout connection now, you know, the mental connection. But they brought in Sizer, and boy, oh boy, it's been working out. But certainly 4 and 3, not where they want to be. And you know, did a recent cast where we talked about standings, and Foster, for the number 1, number 2, number 3 teams, standings don't matter too much. But for these teams that are sort of on the bubble, it matters a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, bubble team, it's always kind of just like almost like a race to see who can kind of get to the end, like who can rack up the most round wins and the most like cheap wins, basically. If there's ever a dead team in the league, it's always a big pain in the butt. You got 2 points instead of a potential 5 just from a forfeit win. So definitely for these teams, it seems excuse me, it seems pretty important to get these wins. If Wood Pig can pull out this win, it'll be really, really big for them. Not even just for them, but also kind of for 20B's standings within ESEA. If they say lose a couple matches that they probably shouldn't, they're gonna be in bad shape if they want to get to LAN. So Madmen, I'm pretty sure, still a pretty strong contender for that 4th spot. So.
Absolutely. Street Hoops coming off a loss, hoping they can change that. We're playing on Metalworks, and I'm going to ask you your personal opinion. I mean, you play a ton of 6s. What do you think of Metalworks? Do you like it? Do you hate it?
Well, I know, at least when I used to play, it wasn't a super favorite map for Scouts, which is what I used to play, but I always really liked it. I just kind of, I thought it was just a really well-made map. A lot of the flat ground, it just, I don't want to say balance because people always get up with their pitchforks whenever you talk about balance, but I've always just been a really big fan of Metalworks. I personally have had some of my best games, I think, on Metalworks. It just kind of works very well for a specifically opportunistic flank. So I don't know. I enjoy it.
Predictions? Putting you on the spot here. Give me your pred.
Ooh, predictions. Well, normally I go underdog, but 20B, I've known him for a while. They're kind of my boys, so might have to go for a strong 5-2 win here for 20B.
You know, I like to go contrarian, but I don't know. I was saying 5-2 as well. I was thinking in my head, I hope he doesn't say 5-2, but you said it. So, you know, you still, we'll split the credit this time around. Yeah, certainly Street Hoops, I think, are our favorites. Certainly people in the Twitch chat, if they have their own ideas of who's going to pull this out or how it's going to go down, give us your preds in the Twitch chat. We have all players in server right now, and we are just waiting for everyone to ready up. Most players are readied up. I would imagine we're going to be picking sides any second. You know, certainly one thing that I'll be looking at is we see a lot of off-classing usually on this Metalworks map. It is very off-class friendly, and we've seen, I mean, I've seen crazy double sniper strats and things like that. You expecting a lot of off-classing? I mean, how can you not, right?
Yeah, I mean, Lass has always really kind of favored sniper on this map, and I know a lot of really good spy plays have come out of Metalworks. I can think of a couple off the top of my head from when I played in ESEA a couple seasons ago. I remember getting backstabbed as a medic on this map, and that wasn't too great, especially in Invite, so...
Yeah, so anything goes here on this map of Metalworks, but we are live. We've got green text, and on this first mid, Foster, we usually watch the demos, but I'm going to get off the script here a little bit and watch our man Grape on 20B. Grape's such a huge soldier, and he's dominated so many mids. I'm expecting something big, maybe a big double jump onto the med or something crazy here, but we'll see what Grape does as teams roll out. He's coming around. He's going to try to pressure on Crate a little bit as a lot of real early aggression here. Ash and Deadbolt already down, maybe playing almost too aggressive. Sizer thinking of backing out here. Meb came up, tried to pressure in the face and got taken out. Dingo has to go back and grab health. He's going to try to maybe shut down the area here. 20B are still up there on the point. It is a 3v2 situation. They've got Nick up still. Nick and Paragon be the last one standing as Paragon finally finishes off the last scout there. It was Bape. And that's a 5k for Paragon on mid? Can that be right?
Yeah, well, I was actually watching Paragon halfway through that mid. I saw him start getting some frags in the kill feed, but I thought it was really interesting how 20B had pretty much a man disadvantage that entire mid, yet they kept up like a really aggressive mid and kind of just made it work. Metalworks often caters to a team that plays really aggressively on mid, especially with bombing soldiers. So like right off the bat, 20B went down 2 players, and Woodpig only went down 1, but they still kind of pulled it out in the end with their really aggressive play.
Yeah, and so right now, I think that 20B just sort of took their time. I think that some of Woodpig were sort of thinking about last. Milo's up here in the face, and I think they were maybe expecting Street Hoops to cap second a whole lot quicker, but opting to stay back. But here we go now. The Uber looked like it was forced there by Milo here in house, and Sizer going to take most of it in, see if he can do anything, but Sugar closes and denies that. We have action in behind here now, looks like, and Milo's taking this opportunity to come in on the medic, and Nick getting the hell out of there. Sizer down to 4. What'd you see there, Foster?
Well, I saw Smacka, actually. I didn't want to interrupt you, but he went change over to Spy and ended up getting a kind of a cheeky butter knife onto one of the I believe it was a soldier, yeah, that was capping the point. That was Ash. And it kind of, just right off the bat when they lost Grape, that was just kind of a bad sign that they were in a little bit of trouble, let's say. And having
here we got
use
Smackers.
So.
Smacker's coming in again. He's still on Spy, veteran of ESEA. He's coming in around back, and I'm looking at the Smacker cam because, oh boy. Oh, right, already right off the bat spotted out there. Paragon spots him out. It was actually his twin brother who I think spotted him. But 20B still here holding their position, just trying to... almost looks like they're just going to come right in here and use the Uber right here, right now. They're going to bring Deadbolt in, trying to just flush out this whole entire Woodpig team. They got to pick on a Dingo and Smacka, and so that's the demo at least down, Dingo. Damaged down there. Down goes...
Mason going down.
Yeah, Mason going down there as well. Gonna try to come in and take this second point. We've got a couple scouts though getting in the face here, trying to make something happen. Now goes Meb though. Seen a lot out of the scouts so far, haven't you, Foster?
Yeah, no, it's been a really big back and forth cleanup between the scouts. I always see Sizer and Paragon. Oh, actually, soldier on the medic right now.
Yeah, that was Smacka looked like came in on that one and got finished off by Deadbolt.
Yeah, very close to getting Deadbolt.
Not seeing a lot of. I haven't seen very many organized kind of pushed. Woodpig already maybe right now looks like they're just trying to catch their breath and get organized here. Deadbolt's coming in. There is no Uber here. This is a drive push, as they call them, but looks like they might have the picks just without Uber. The Heavy gets backed off there. Heavy at last. Mason's getting backed up. He's going to get taken out. Street Hoop's just going to get on this.
Yeah, I'm seeing some really actually impressive play. Surprisingly, Ninja Nick getting his Uber and going down really, really low and getting that Uber to probably finish this point. We'll see. Yeah, that was a pretty obvious point cap right there, but it was interesting to see how. Sorry, I'm blanking a little bit. Woodpig just kind of beefed a little bit on their back out on mid. They knew the other team, or they should have known the other team had Uber advantage, and they just stayed in for way too long. Lost their demo, lost a lot, way too many people.
Yeah, take us through the mid, Foster.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna watch, I'm thinking Dingo. He's pretty fast in mid, getting some good damage on one of the scouts from 20B. He sees a soldier that's bombing down into his combo, but gets out of there, so he hasn't really done too much for his team. Meanwhile, Sizer actually getting really good positioning and decent damage on one of the scouts for Woodpig. I keep forgetting their name. Right now on the medic and ends up getting him. That's Mason down.
Oh boy. Dingo did fantastic to get out of there. He might be thinking of just kill binding now. He doesn't even have to. He really got stuck in there. I don't know how he backed out into second, but Street Hoops very quickly cleans him up, and a much more decisive mid than the last one, and certainly holding on to Uber here. And we got Smacka up on Sniper, though. Got to be all on Smacka right now. I'm going to look at him, and he's got to make something happen, or this is going to be a real quick round. He's going to try to take Deadbolt. He gets a body shot on him, but that's so much for that. Real big picks there as we got Grape and Sizer down. And Paragon follows. Big jumps. That was Milo trying to come make something happen. Ash hit a little air shot there on the Smackers. Going in for the medic now. Just wants to clean up the med and does get Mason. We got the skill stick out now. Ash trying to pick out the demo there, but looks like somehow Woodpick do hold on. It wasn't a big sniper pick or anything like that. What exactly happened there?
Well, I was going to say, I believe it was Meb that was on the heavy, and he did just a really nice job of staying alive, or probably even better to say 20B just didn't kill him fast enough. That really hampered their push. They even lost somebody to the heavy when they probably shouldn't have, especially with that Uber. So really just kind of a good defense from Woodpig, and kind of a sloppy job from 20B. They might have rushed that. So
we have an offensive heavy. It's Ash. I wasn't expecting that. What are your thoughts here? We've got Fat Scout.
It's happened before. I've seen it a lot. It's a decent, just kind of a power move. Like, they really just want to kind of push this in and finish it. They know they had a big advantage, so it's only going to make their push even stronger.
And he walks onto a pile of sticks, though. Babe's going to get behind and going to give this Uber off very briefly, albeit, to Ash, who goes down right away. So much for the offensive heavy. 3 down, though, on the side of Woodpig, and Smacka got to make something happen here. He's going to back up to his med. Deadbolt just throwing spam, and their scouts want to come in and do some cleanup if they can. Down goes Dingo. And it's a 4v2 situation right now, just going to get right on it. And we've got a 2-0, as they say in Europe, for Street Hoops, Foster.
Mason got that Uber, but just not soon enough.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, they were thinking there, looks like the strategy of Woodpig on last is they like that engineer, but it didn't seem to make a huge difference, and obviously Street Hoops not afraid to off-class themselves. Gonna look at Deadbolt on this middle, and I've seen him do good things, although he did take a ton of damage coming out last time, so credit to Dingo. Doesn't take too much right now. He's still about 100 or so, gonna grab heals. Grape just kind of waiting for his moment. He's in a little showdown here right now with Milo, both in the skies there, a little high five in the air. Gonna take him out. Nev comes in to try to clean up, though. He's gonna come in on Sizer. We have 3 down for the Woodpig team. Ninja Nick down to 50, though. We haven't talked much about the medics yet, Foster, but we've seen Ninja Nick. He plays dangerously. I think that's maybe the best way to put it. He's good at milking. Sometimes he puts himself in those situations. He's back up now, but something to watch anyway.
Yeah, I think he's very just confident with his play. He knows Grape really well, so that helps a lot for their chemistry. He's just been doing a really good job of survivability. It was pretty interesting to see, actually, that last mid. One by one, the bombers came in for Ninja Nick, and they just couldn't get him because they just weren't coordinated enough, I think, and that kind of helped Ninja Nick out as well.
I haven't mentioned here yet, but Dingo is running the loose cannon on the side of Woodpig, which is interesting choice. It makes sense on a map like this on Metalworks. I do like it, and I want to see his damage numbers. It seems like he is doing a lot of damage and doing his job real well, even though Street Hoops is up 2-0. His team isn't doing, I guess, what they want to do. They're going to try to come out and get this man. Both teams have Uber right now, and they're just sitting on it. And, oh boy, this could be interesting. Woodpig coming underneath, sending almost everyone under. Paragon's going to back up. Real smart here. 20B is going to get back out to mid and not have anything crazy happen here. The Force comes out. It is Woodpig getting Force first, and Nick, look at that milking he's doing. Just milking the cow and not going to get anything off of this Uber at all. A real bad Uber, in fact, for Woodpig.
Yeah, I didn't quite know why they Ubered. I thought they could have probably held that a little bit longer. Grape was doing a really good job of juggling the combo there, so nice job by Grape, I think. Probably giving him a little bit more props, just because he is a very, very strong pocket. Personally, I think he's one of the stronger pockets, a little bit uncredited, I think. But
yeah, well, we talking about credit. We give a lot of credit, of course, to ESEA veteran Sizer on Scout, but man, oh man, Paragon has been playing just unbelievable so far, and already we've got Grape out here on last, just standing there, chipped away more than half, and Ninja Nick just going to stand on there. We've got a 3-0. Crazy work from Paragon though so far. I want to see his stats too.
yeah, he's been tearing it up. I'm mildly surprised. I only know him from Sniper in Highlander. I've played against him a couple times, and he's always just incredible on Sniper, but seeing him really excel this much at Scout, I haven't kept too much of an eye on him lately, so it's really interesting to see. I would have thought Sizer would be the one, as you said, getting all the glory, but they make actually a really good pair. They just kind of can, I want to say, like, interweave in the roles of just kind of going aggressive and going passive. They each can make their own plays, and they can each play their support roles really well.
Verdict is in. Paragon 16 kills in the half. Are you joking me? Just going
wow.
Unbelievable there.
It's incredible, especially with that low heals.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, from the other side, Dingo, 1 frag. Certainly not the output that he wants. He's certainly putting out damage, no doubt about that, but we need a bigger performance out of the explosive classes on this Woodpig squad in this second half. I'm going to look at Deadbolt on his mid. He's,
yeah.
What's that?
Live. I was just gonna say
we're going. This is real. Yeah, it was a very quick half. I don't know if Woodpig has a plan for the second half, but we'll see what we got. Deadbolt needs to grab the pack already, which will give Dingo a chance to maybe... he's just using that loose cannon, though. I don't know about the loose cannon on the mid. We'll see what plays out here. Ash goes down, Smack it down as well. Really now, the Scouts have to make it work, but we've got Vape is down on Scout. We've got Milo down on Soldier. Fighting it out here. Ninja Nick, no one to heal. He's going to group back up with Grape here. 3v3, but I guess just kind of a courtesy here. Street Hoop's going to let Woodpig. Now here comes Paragon. He's got 3 kills already. Grape coming in. He's going right for the medic. He wants to get Milo if he can. Or sorry, Mason. Mason down to 12. Paragon cleans him up. That's 4 kills on this mid. Meb not a slouch, though. He's got 4 on this mid as well. The Scouts, all I'm seeing are Scouts, Foster. It's like 6 on 6 Scouts.
It's crazy. I was watching Paragon walk in there, and he was doing incredible damage, but it just didn't look like they could get enough done. There was just a little bit too much coordination from Woodpig, and so... but we're seeing them pop back in. Ninja Nick did a really good job of getting out of that. I actually didn't think he was going to, but he ended up surviving, so they're just going to retake this mid fairly easily. It was really good effort from Woodpig, but they just kind of didn't seal the deal. They needed to hold that mid a little bit better.
Sizer does a little peekaboo move here, comes up from behind, and Deadbolt going to back him up here with a little bit of damage. Trying to back this team out of here. They don't have Uber, but they want to try to get Woodpig out of this second. Not going to work, though. Woodpig sort of got their wake-up call, and looks like they're going to put up a fight, but they just lost 3 players, and it's tough to put up a fight. And they are about to lose Bape here, and about to lose Mason down to 2, and that's a full wipe. You can't come back when you have 0 players, Mason. That's just math. Or sorry, Foster. I just called you Mason.
No worries. No, I was actually kind of surprised Mason just running in there. I'm wondering if they're maybe giving up a little bit, but Mason just kind of... He definitely could have gotten out of that really easily. He could have just walked away, but instead he decided to run and try to arrow and help his scout against 3 people. That doesn't really work out too often. Maybe a really good frag video, but yeah, that was just kind of tragic for them. Maybe a tragedy of errors. They were doing really well on that mid, and then they just kind of fell apart. Maybe lost a little bit of confidence. Maybe got a little bit too cocky.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be some P-Rec bookmarks saved, I think, here. This is turning into a bit of a wrecking ball. Let's call this mid for us, sir.
Yeah, I'm actually, I've got eyes on Dingo again. I've kind of been keeping track of what you're saying about the cannonball. He hasn't been doing too great, or too significant of a effect on the mid, but he hasn't really done so much so far, so I'm actually switching over to Grape, who's just gotten a pick on Milo. Really nice rocket there, however, going down as well. Meanwhile, 3 down for Woodpig, and they're kind of getting just pushed straight out Ash onto the demo as well as Paragon and Sizer, so they're going to get hunted down. I'm going to be surprised if Mason makes this out, but I've seen it before, so he's getting a little bit of a duel with Paragon, but no dice.
Uber saw us out, but he was only at 70, so you do the math. Now, back at last, meanwhile, we've got Smacka using his direct hit, which you've probably seen if you've watched his stream. He's been using the direct hit a lot. I don't know if you pug at all. We've got the construction man building his little sentry gun at last, and looks like, again, after losing the mid, we have Woodpig just thinking about last, and this could be a real quick match here, as it is 4-0 for Street Hoops. It's going to be 5-0 soon if Woodpig can't hold on to this. It was a great job there by Smacka coming in and pressuring, but holding on to Sizer and holding on to Uber. We've got the gun down real easy. It is 6-on-5 still, so Woodpig could still do this. Meb coming in, trying to take out the medic if he can. Smacka, Meb, Milo down. Bape is down as well. Down goes Mason. It's that's it. It's 5-0. Street Hoops taking this one in, 15 minutes.
Yeah, happens to the best of them. I don't know. I think maybe giving him 5-2 was a little bit of an overestimate. Maybe not conservative enough, but I don't know. That kind of played out as I figured. 20B really just showed a lot more coordination and a lot more confidence. I think even when they went down numbers, they were able to be aggressive and stick with their plan and kind of edge out Woodpig, whereas Woodpig would maybe make a nice play and secure a point that they need, but then not really know how to follow that up and kind of crumble in the aftermath. So.
Yeah, absolutely. It's maybe not the outcome we were expecting, and probably not the outcome that Woodpig were expecting, but that is the match. It is 5-0 for Street Hoops, just like that. Street Hoops will move to 5-3 in the standings. Woodpig will move to 4-5. Not much to talk about as that second half was just kind of real quick. We saw obviously great things out of Deadbolt, who finished off 404
yeah, that was impressive.
For damage. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a stupid nerdy joke about 404, but nothing too notable. No crazy drops, no crazy off-class plays. We had a little bit of spy from Smacka and going on to the direct hit as well, but boy, I don't know. What do you think about that direct hit? Is that? I mean, it is Smacka after all.
I mean, Smacka's, arguably one of the better players in how long he has played. Like, he used to be just like the most incredible player for the longest time. Everybody, like, he was quote unquote the first Banny. I don't like making those comparisons, but that's something everybody can relate to. Yeah, and I mean, he's always been sort of that cheeky player. Like, he can. When he stopped playing demo, basically, he definitely experimented with a lot of other weapons. I remember playing him in IM specifically, and he would do some fun stuff with some banners on, I remember in Gravel Pit match, actually. But he, yeah, I mean, the direct hit strat worked out. I'm not really super surprised. He had a really good opening, and he saw it, and he got a nice shot onto Ninja Nick and forced him to pop really early. So it's a decent strat if you have sort of the confidence and the ability to do it. It's not something that every player can do,
No, absolutely. A couple other things that I noticed. Ninja Nick, 9 Ubers popped off versus 3 for Mason. That's a big deal, obviously. Deadbolt, top damager for his team, followed very closely by Grape, the soldier. That's pretty much it. I guess, did you have anything else, Foster? It was quick.
It was quick. I mean, I could probably go on and on about little things like the Ubers or whatever, but I mean, honestly, the stat line talks for itself. I mean, 5-0. What are you going to say, really?
What are you going to say? And so I think that we will call it there, but you want to stay with us, guys. The whole rest of the season, we are into the second half now and into the home stretch of the ESEA season, and we will be bringing you tons and tons of coverage as we go up to the end of the season, playoffs and LAN and all that fun stuff. If you like what you see and you don't do it already, follow the channel and certainly follow on YouTube as well. That's about it. My name is Ghetto. His name is Foster. Thank you for joining us this evening here on teamfortress.tv, and we will see you next time.
Thanks much, guys.